Representative Lauren Boebert is catching a lot of heat for her new campaign ad.
Hey Mom, you wanna go shoot some hoops?
Sorry, Roman, I can't right now. I'm deciding what to say in my new campaign commercial.
That's easy, Mom. Why don't you just tell them about how you carry your gun and always fight for freedom?
Well, I think they already know that.
Did you tell them that you voted to cut spending and increase American energy production?
That's pretty good.
I know. You should probably also tell them that you passed bills to create Colorado jobs and to secure the border.
Great points, Roman. What's next? I'm Lauren Boebert, and I approve this message.
Okay, so there's the ad. For one, I hate ads that feature politicians' kids. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if you're Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter. Don't put your kids in an ad. And no other job are going to put your kids into it, okay? I mean, you're not going to take them to a shareholder meeting. You're not going to take them into the office unless there's like daycare there, which, hey, if you can do that, great. If you've got a job that actually helps you with daycare, fantastic. I love it. But you're not going to take them out of the work site. And so what I see from this is like a transparent attempt to emotionally manipulate the audience, you know? Oh, look at the kid. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's trying to help out. She's being such a good mom. She must not be so bad. Wait, what? No, just don't get kids involved in politics, right? I hate the idea of getting children involved in it. Let them be children. Trust me, they're going to be a lot happier, more mentally well-adjusted, not being involved in politics. There will be plenty of time to destroy their hopes and dreams for a better world when they get older, because that's what politics does. I'm sorry. That's the first part, right? Now, the second part that was ridiculous is when she was touting her own achievements or making her kid do it. She helped secure the border. Did she? Really? I'm really curious about that, right? Because she voted against the very draconian anti-immigration bill. Yeah, because Donald Trump wanted to run on that issue. He wanted to run on how weak immigration was, right? Which it's not, but still wanted to run on that, to Biden, immigration, open borders. It's not true, okay? Not true. That said, Biden was ready to sign that very draconian anti-immigration bill. Okay, even though immigration doesn't lead to more crime, which is what Donald Trump's running on right now. He's using this and claiming, the immigrant crime is out of control. But it's not. In fact, a range of studies by academics and think tanks have only shown that immigrants do not commit crime at a higher rate than native-born Americans. Meta-analysis of more than 50 studies on the link between immigration and crime done between the years of 1994 and 2014 found no significant relationship between the two. One of them used data from the Texas Department of Public Safety, right? This is another study, by the way. They're first in meta-analysis and then another analysis done between 2012 and 2018. That one found a lower felony arrest rate for immigrants in the U.S. illegally compared to legal immigrants and native-born U.S. citizens, and no evidence of increasing criminality among immigrants. Another study found no link between increased illegal immigration and drunk driving deaths. The studies drew on a range of data sources, including census records and estimates of the number of immigrants that are currently in the U.S. illegally. Even a group that supports lower immigration, the Right-Wing Center for Immigration Studies, right? They had to admit that their own 2009 study showed that there's no clear evidence that immigrants committed crimes at higher or lower rates than others. So this entire fear-mongering about, the immigrants are coming over the border, they're doing crime. It's right-wing fear-mongering. That's all it is. It's right-wing fear-mongering just in time for an election. And so, of course, the whole running on the, I secured the borders. It's, for one, counterintuitive because Donald Trump's out there saying how not secure the borders are. And so it's like just completely like opposite of what what Trump is saying out there, saying I secured the borders. So that's pretty ridiculous. But there's more. She also voted against the infrastructure bill and then turned around and took credit for the funding that it sent to her district. Okay, but that's not something that's unique to Lauren Boebert, of course. You've got a lot of Republicans that go out and do that. You know, they try to take credit for things that they voted against, even though it helps their district. They should always be called out for it, and they should always be mocked for it. I mean, just because it happens a lot, and pretty much all the time with these people, doesn't mean that we should just ignore it, because again, it's lies. It's lies. And taking credit for things that they didn't do. But let's get on to the mockery of Lauren Boebert. Jaron Ryan Sears writes, your campaign ad of what you got done is stuff that didn't get done. Seriously, HR 2 went nowhere because it's a poorly thought out bill to create a talking point instead of accomplishing anything. Oil, natural gas, and propane production are the highest they've ever been and are the highest in the world. None of that is because of you. And remember, this production is under a Democratic president, by the way. Something that a lot of us on the left are not exactly thrilled about, okay? Where are the investments in green energy? There are some, don't get me wrong, there's some in this bipartisan infrastructure bill, but also it funds fossil fuels. And so let's be very clear about that, all right? So these increases in oil, natural gas, etc., that's all happening under Democrats, not because of Republicans. There's more. You voted against the infrastructure bill that is creating jobs in your state, a fact that you called the bill garbage and wasteful. You've accomplished nothing at all, and you lie daily. Damn. I love it. There's other comments, of course, specifically on bringing into her son. Even got her son to lie for her. Very Christian. Ah, yes. Another said, but she did give a guy in a hand job in public, so there's that. Another said, disrespectful to put another one of your sons in the public eye to face ridicule. So you need parenting classes, and this poor boy will need a good therapist. So let me just say, please don't attack children. Don't go after the children of politicians. I'm not cool, right? At least until they're adults. Once they're adults, okay. And they come out and they start, appearing in ads or going out in public and doing political functions. That's when it's okay to push back on them. But this poor kid, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, so leave him alone, right? Specifically. Now there's more. Ms. Betty Bowers adds, is he the only person in the house who hasn't been arrested yet? Ouch. Another adds, had to feature the child who hasn't been arrested yet. To be fair, Lauren Boebert's got 4 boys. So there's only one so far that I know that has been arrested. And that is, of course, Tyler J. Boebert. Finally, another adds, tell me you're so desperate to keep your congressional seat that you would exploit your child for political gain without telling me. And there it is. That's what it's about. Yes, Lauren Boebert is using her family in order to, again, try to win her election, emotionally manipulate people, as I said before. But that's also not unique to Lauren Boebert. But what is the fact that she has a lot of family problems. Okay? And you would think that would be the last thing that you would want to do, is bring another member of your family into the public eye. I mean, here's the thing, right? Her ex-husband was arrested before they got married for exposing himself to minors. That's just, yes, it was way back when, right? But since then, her family has had so many issues, so many brushes with the law. It's ridiculous. It's disastrous. And just recently, they went through a pretty nasty separation, which again got law enforcement involved. And then, of course, as I mentioned, her eldest son, Tyler, became a dad at 18 with an underage girl. So that's horrible. That same son was arrested after going on a literal crime spree. Yes, multiple thefts he's alleged to have done. Boebert herself, bit of a history with the law. She was most recently kicked out of a theater in Denver for vaping, talking loudly, being a nuisance, fondling her companion in a place where there are children present. So this whole attempt for her to be wholesome, it's kind of sad, really. That said, might actually work on the voters. Now, Republican voters have this capacity to forgive their own. And it really is something, right? Because it shows you, like, they've got all this forgiveness and compassion for people, and those are not bad things, right? But it's who they apply it to that is the problem. They only apply it to people in their own tribe, right? If you're not in the tribe, then you get none of that. You get none of the forgiveness. You get none of the compassion. You get none of the caring. And by the way, again, conservatives, a lot of them that have so much love and compassion, but they don't share it with people that are outside their family, outside their tribe. They don't share it with other members of humanity, especially if if they look different, or if they, act different, or if they're transgender, for example, or they're non-binary. They cannot extend that empathy beyond their own close circle of people. And that's problematic, right? I mean, how do you tell people, how do you get people to care about other people if they don't understand the concept of empathy towards others who are different? And that's the problem that we have with conservatives, okay? Now, another problem, though, for them is you get all this forgiveness, you get all this compassion for people in your in-group. Well, all you have to do to get that is to say that you're in the in-group. So that allows people like Lauren Boebert, Donald Trump, specifically, to come in and abuse it for their own personal political gain. So, I mean, that's one of the big issues here that, again, I have to talk about, and that people have to be aware of. And so, that said, this ad getting absolutely ripped apart, and for good reason.